In the past weeks, dramatic headlines and viral posts claim something many thought unthinkable. Major U.S. Navy aircraft carriers operating near conflict zones in the Middle East may have been attacked by Houthi forces from Yemen. The internet lit up with speculation, videos, satellite images, even unverified footage suggesting strikes on U.S. warships. Had the houthis really managed to damage American carriers like the USS Carl Vinson or the USS Harry S. Truman? Or was it another example of modern propaganda outpacing the truth? Let's break down what we actually know and what's just noise. Operating from Yemen, the Houthi group, heavily supported by Iran, has grown far beyond a local insurgency. They now deploy sophisticated weapons like Iranian-built drones, anti-ship missiles, and advanced targeting systems. Their reach? No longer just the Arabian Peninsula, they've repeatedly targeted oil tankers, container ships, and now claim they've struck the heart of U.S. naval power. But let's take a closer look. According to Houthi officials, coordinated waves of drone and missile strikes were launched against American ships operating in regional waters. They didn't just target the carriers, they claimed to hit the surrounding escorts as well. Social media picked up these claims quickly, spreading dramatic assertions that could easily lead the world to believe something catastrophic had occurred. But evidence tells a different story. Satellite images captured shortly after these reports show the USS Carl Vinson conducting standard operations in the Arabian Sea. No visible signs of damage, no emergency maneuvers. The Navy, too, released high-resolution video of flight operations continuing as normal. Jets launched, helicopters landed. Everything looked routine. In fact, public ship tracking data from independent platforms showed no deviation in course or speed for either carrier. No evasive actions. No port calls for emergency repairs, just business as usual. So, how are these floating cities protected? A U.S. Navy aircraft carrier isn't just a ship, it's the centerpiece of a fully integrated strike group. These formations are defended by multiple layers: Aegis-equipped destroyers and cruisers, radar systems scanning the skies, and fighter jets ready to intercept anything airborne. Even if a threat manages to break through all of that, close-in weapons like the Phalanx CIWS are standing by, tracking and firing on targets automatically. For a small, irregular force like the Houthis, getting through this web of defenses is incredibly unlikely. And yet, the Houthis keep claiming success. Why? Because in today's information battle space, perception can be more valuable than impact. These declarations boost their morale, dominate headlines, and create confusion. They force their opponents to respond, not with weapons, but with time, attention, and resources. It's psychological warfare, and they know how to play it. While warships and technology make the headlines, it's easy to forget the human side of these missions. Thousands of sailors and aviators, most under 30, are out there every day performing dangerous work. Launching aircraft from a moving ship is no easy task. Every operation is rehearsed, timed, and executed with extreme discipline. And they keep doing it, no matter what rumors surface. Why does all this matter? Because these operations aren't just about military dominance. They're about ensuring that global commerce continues to move safely through some of the world's most critical sea lanes. The Red Sea and surrounding waters are economic arteries. Disruptions affect fuel prices, trade flow, and supply chains that stretch across the entire planet. So when the US keeps carriers in the region, it's not just about deterrence, it's about protecting the global order. And the US Navy isn't acting alone. Alongside the carriers are cruisers, destroyers, amphibious assault ships, and support vessels. Allied forces from nations like the UK and France are increasing their presence, joining efforts to guarantee freedom of navigation and monitor threats. Together, this forms a robust international maritime presence, one that signals a firm commitment to stability. Still, debates continue back home. Maintaining this presence comes at a cost. Resources, risks, and long-term strategy all come into question. Some argue it's time to rethink the U.S. naval footprint in conflict zones like these. But for now, the message is clear. The USS Carl Vinson and the USS Harry S. Truman are active, undamaged, and fully mission capable. The headlines may stir controversy. The claims may go viral. But the facts at sea remain steady. American carriers are still afloat, still flying, and still defending the world's most vital waterways. A U.S. Navy carrier strike group, CSG, is much more than just an aircraft carrier. It's a fully integrated battle force. At its core is the carrier itself, serving as a mobile airbase capable of launching dozens of aircraft, from stealth fighters to surveillance drones. Surrounding it are several escort ships, guided missile cruisers, destroyers, and sometimes even submarines, all connected through advanced communication and radar systems. Together, they form a layered defense capable of detecting and neutralizing threats across air, sea, and undersea domains. Supporting the strike group are logistics ships that provide fuel and supplies, allowing the fleet to stay at sea indefinitely. It's not just a show of force. It's a constantly moving, self-sustaining military ecosystem built to dominate any battle space. Amid the rising tensions, the issue has also entered the political arena. Former President Donald Trump recently weighed in, criticizing what he called weak and confused leadership in the region. In a campaign rally, he stated that under his administration, such provocations would have been met with overwhelming force, and insisted that America's enemies are testing the limits because they sense hesitation from the current government. His remarks have reignited debates over how U.S. naval power should be used, and whether deterrence today is as credible as it once was. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a like and hit that subscribe button for more in-depth military coverage and global security updates. See you in the next video.